What's up? I'm Nevaeh, and you're watching Nevaeh's Chat. Hello! And on today's episode, we are going to be talking about how to rebuild your own trust. I will go get the plant of the week and then we can continue. So I have it. The plant of the week is this beautiful pothos. I had just bought it recently. But isn't it gorgeous? Me totally blocking it. Isn't it gorgeous? I'm obsessed with it. It's doing amazing and the leaves are huge over here. Yeah. How to rebuild your own trust. To really understand how to rebuild it, you have to understand how you break your own trust, which, let me tell you, a lot of the things that I teach about are going to be triggering. We trigger on purpose because that is how you heal. So, if you're not in the right mental capacity, you don't have to do it at the time that I post these videos. You can do it whenever you want. But, triggering yourself includes figuring out how you hurt yourself, figuring out ways you make yourself feel small, and you can reflect on the ways that other people make you feel small and see if you also do the same things, because that is a great segue to understanding yourself. Give me 1 second. Okay. It is a great way to understand how you affect yourself along with what kind of hurts your feelings, because for some people it's different types of things. So, making those connections, but also being aware that there are other things that you may do that other people can do that only hurts when you do it to yourself. And I know that was a lot of mumbo jumbo, but sometimes only you are affecting yourself the most. And I mean that to say that for a majority of people, there are certain things that we do without being told that this is how people feel or need you to act. So, for example, oh, I'm not going to text them too many times, or I'm not going to text them at all because I don't want to feel needy or clingy or whatever it is in the book. And then you talk to them about it and they're like, oh no, I would never think that of you. Self-inflicted ideas, if you will. So figuring out what is breaking your trust is a great way to rebuild it, but also knowing that there are things that we do on accident, or we may have grown up learning from the people around us. Oh, I thought that was like a flyaway, but that's literally a block. From the people around us, or the people that, or maybe even just the environment. Just understanding that everything affects us. Yes, everything. Which means we need to sit down and process that. And when you process that is when you understand where the issues lie. Whether that is negative self-talk, which I talk about all the time, or trying to hold on to toxic relationships, or not allowing yourself to be your true self, things like that. So to rebuild your trust, you have to have positive self-talk, even compliments. And they don't have to be like the extravagant ones that you may find on Pinterest. They can definitely just be like, you did a good job. Or, I'm glad we expressed our emotions today. Like, it doesn't have to be all thought out and you're a goddess, you're a queen, you know what I'm saying? It could be simple. Again, personalize your self-love tools. Like I mentioned in the last video. So positive self-talk, understanding where you're coming from, working with your mood and body. If you are feeling way too sluggish today, you don't have to go and be the most productive person in the world. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand there are days where we just have to push through, and that's good and that's fine. Making sure to appreciate what you do when you do those things, and taking the rest that you need. So say you work, I don't know, 7 days a week, because I know that that is a reality for a lot of people. Making sure that when you get home, you do something. Even if it's just, you know what, you did a good job today. While passing a mirror, okay? Because I know not everyone has time to sit down and be like, okay, listen, we're doing this. I understand. but finding the small moments are very meaningful too. Not everything has to be a grand gesture for yourself, especially if you're not that type of person. Also, making sure you fit yourself into your deals. Hold on, my dog's doing something. I was saying into healthy spaces, into safe environments. Knowing when is a good time for you to work on yourself and things around you is also really good, because not everyone's going to want to do a whole self-analysis while in a party or a family event. You know what I'm saying? Finding your moments to make yourself feel special. I have a video on that. But also keeping your word to yourself is such a big deal. So if you're saying you're not talking to that person ever again, listen. You're going to have to not talk to that person ever again. Or you're going to do this tomorrow. You're really going to have to do it tomorrow. Or you're going to take away your own credit and make yourself in your head uncredible. No, not incredible. You're going to say that, oh no, I'm not going to believe what she says, which is yourself, which means you're not going to have a very high self-image or very high self-esteem if you have a notion in your head that you don't follow through or get things done or express yourself. And it may be harder and harder each time that you do it to look in the mirror. And I know people are like, what does that have to do with the mirror? When you aren't a person that you enjoy, when you aren't a person that you would want around you or that you're proud to be, images of yourself reflect that in your head. And I can't stress that enough, especially with your self-talk. If you don't find yourself as a person that you are, how do I say that? A person that you value, you're not going to enjoy the image of you either, because every time you see yourself, you see all of those negative things. So, self-love helps with that, but also all of the other things that are divided into my videos that are all about self-love. So rebuilding your image is very important, and I don't mean your projected image or the way that other people see you, but your image to yourself is what I do mean. Fixing your mistakes that you've made within yourself, even if it's apologizing to yourself, because self-apologies are really important. I do have a whole video about self-apologies. If you'd like to watch that too. I have it all. What can I say? Rebuilding your trust is a process, and it does take time, and it will feel weird when you start. Most things do. Most things that you pick up, you're not gonna be like, yes, I'm great at this. You have to work for things. Don't get me wrong, there are people, that's why I said most things, that are talented when they pick up certain things, but for the rest of us, it's gonna be a challenge. So making sure to set your own boundaries for yourself, setting your own intentions, maybe even goals. It's up to you really. So to rebuild your trust, only you know how your trust is broken, so you have to work at the opposite of what you've been doing to break it, to mend it. I have a lot of resources. Sorry, I don't know why. I can't speak right now. I have a lot of resources you could look at on my YouTube, on my TikTok, and on my Instagram if you feel so inclined. But yeah, that's kind of all for this video. I will make a part 2 if I left anything out. We all know this. And I will see you next week. Well, no. You will see me next week. And one more look. Oh! At our beautiful babies. I am so excited for this guy. What is that? I'm so excited for this guy to be huge. I do want most of my plants to be large, so I cannot wait till I'm holding it like this and it's just hanging. Alright. How did you break your own trust? I know, I went from like light topic to right back in there. Listen, if you know me, you're used to it by now, and if you're not, you will be. So